Are we live?
5,
5?
4, 3,
4, you say?
2, 1. Diddly-li-li-ling.
Big hello to you. I hope I find you well. I'm Jenny
If
Kirk.
you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Yay! Now, Monday Club for everyone. So come and grab it.
Grab
Something.
a bun.
Yes, grab a bun. I couldn't work out a word that would stick with that.
So, woman, just,
I'm sorry, did you smell the stench of all the steam locomotives? Or is it my feet? Because I had to run out in the wet weather to go and get you a quick meal deal.
I'll be honest, I think the smell of your feet is being masked by the big fart you just did.
That sound you're hearing is the chair.
Thank God. So, big hello to
Can't
Wambo,
believe you
Patrick
said
Lynn, Davil, Hemel Down Model Railway, Ham Shackleton, Josh's Railway Adventures, Southern Train Girl, Richard Swiderski, Flymo Chairman 1, Mike at Putnam Junction, Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase, Ralph Davey, Josh's Railway Adventures, Gone Loco, Stevie Film, Iron Horse Railways, Mark Wilson as well, great to see you. Gordon Aitken, Jerry BBR, Malcolm Moore, Ollie's Trains Gaming, Chris Gal 1959, Valleys 56XX, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, and it was really great to meet you actually over the weekend. Gingy's Dean, Ben Tullett, The Growler Blackwood, N-Gauge Layout, David, It's My Model Railway. I was wondering what you were doing.
I was waiting. And do we have any others?
Stefan Svensson, Hemel Down Model Railway, Warbler Productions, who has already spotted the TARDIS lying down on the open wagon of the freight train.
Of course.
That's only one of them. So
Yes.
The Irish Train Guy asks, Jenny, is there any news on new rolling stock? Well, imminent. Absolutely imminent, i.e. by the end of this week, Rails of Sheffield are expecting to receive the Planet Industrial Care Stewart locomotives. I think this is the full range. They do, of course, have their Rail Operations Division Special Exclusive Commission, but the rest of the main range is, I think, is coming at the same time. Yes, you're making...
Jenny, do we have a sponsor today?
Yes, we do. Funnily enough, it is Rails of Sheffield, your one-stop shop for the best prices on selling any model railway items that you no longer want. You can sell them for cash, or alternatively you can also trade them in for store credit. No collection too small, no collection too big. They will not cherry pick the best items, but will take anything and everything that you wish to get rid of, and will offer you same day best prices. So check out Rails of Sheffield for the very best in buying of pre-owned. Also see we've got Dragon Junction Mark II, big hello to you, Brecknock Valley Model Railway, evening, Francis Wadsworth, Luke Craig, Aiden's Railways has finally managed to make a Monday Club live for once. Jennifer Horton, good evening to you. And of course we're at the LYDCC show over the weekend up in Burnley at Nelson House in Burnley, and it was so great to actually see so many of you. It's quite a small show, but so many people kept coming up to me and saying that they watch the channel. It always feels quite humbling just how many people do. And also saw some of the Billy's Replacement Speakers t-shirts being worn. I got a photo actually of one person and sent that to Zoe, and she was very, very made up that to see people wearing her art. Big hello to Linnet 12DD, Leslie Gilpin Railways, March West Junction TMD, Spongate Junction, and any other new names I've missed? Josh's Railway Adventures, Ruben Ashwell, Anfield Road Layout in the Loft. It says, hi, model train crew. Clive Cobold as well. Just looking down. No, I think I've caught all the names. But yeah, so exhibition over the weekend. It was an opportunity for people to see Mineth Tatus at Full Chat, and actually, it ran perfectly all weekend. I was there with Les Cliff. We'd let him out for good behaviour from the modelling dungeon, and I think he was quite chuffed as well to meet quite a few people who recognised him too. Now, Mineth Tatus on display, and I did pick up a few extra items. So, looking around, you will have already seen in fact, actually, if I go to a different angle, just coming through here behind the Class 20 is a former Model Zone Special Commission TPO coach, but in the Royal Mail red livery, the oldie worldy one. Really, really nice. Picked that up. I also picked up the Pennine Models Special Commission of the Norwich Shunters Match Wagon. I have been wanting one of those since I first found out about them and discovered that I was about a week too late to buy one because they sold out. What else did I get? A number of narrow gauge items as well. So really, really pleased. Les was like a kid in a candy store. And if his wife is watching, he diligently only spent £10. And he was thinking of you all the time that he did it. But to the rest of us, Les, oh God, we made 2 trips to the hole in the wall at the local garage. And he picked up a lot of stuff that he really, really wanted. In fact, I know that he did genuinely want some of the items because the Kyle of Lochalsh, the Highland line green and cream coaches, the full set that were originally commissioned by Harbin Hobbies and Model Rail magazine, he found a full set of 4 of those and purchased them at a really good price. And he was so chuffed because he had been asking me where he could get some of those for a couple of months, actually. Big hello to 1701, the Filed Flyer, Matt the Dragon Railways, Kyle Stevens, and J94, Teddy Edward, Sue at Budham Junction as well. Tom McKee, he says, hi all, able to join this week as I am isolating. Have caught COVID for the first time in 30 plus weeks. So sorry to hear, but I hope everything is doing okay. Somebody said the audio stream's not coming out of the right speaker. Ruben Ashwell says that. I'm sure that if anybody else was having that, they would have mentioned it. So I'm guessing you need to jiggle your connection. I think that may be on your end. Jennifer Horton says Shunters Match Wagon were there to provide to operate track circuits. Yeah, there are certain places. Norwich was one. I believe Lincoln was another, Newcastle Central, where really short shunting locomotives could kind of disappear in the power boxes. The track detection to show that sections were occupied couldn't actually pick up things like the Class 03 shunters. Oh, interesting. Right, so Trevor Dickinson says, left speaker with me also, but not a problem. Don Gets Motheroa says you are left biased. I'm only getting left audio. Huh. So, apparently we're... What about if I just jiggle those? We are actually getting stereo from this end. So, yeah, left speaker only. Bit one-sided. Now, this is... I've opened a can of worms here. So, one moment. Let's go to a nice shot of we've had that one. Let's try. Oh, let's go to the mountain cam. So I'm going to just go underneath and jiggle the audio cables. So, talk amongst yourselves. Enjoy the trains. I'm just gonna go and jiggle something down here. It's a bit epic to try and get underneath here, I must admit. So, just, I'm just wiggling the cables. So, Gingy Steam says audio is better now. Sounds okay to me, so Richard Swiderski. Sound not too good on my TV tonight, though, says Lee D. Holland. So can anybody tell me, did the sound come back or not? Ham Shackleton says, I can hear Jenny's knees creaking. Yeah, I can actually feel them creaking as well. So, oh, I've gone all light-headed going underneath there. That's, right. So, Skipsy Train says, sorry I'm early. I think Gandalf is gorging on cake downstairs somewhere. So, sorry I'm early. The travel lodge without a chocolate fudge cake, so tea time finished early. Oh my god. B2000 Naro Toys Channel says, hi Jenny and Zoe, I went to the K-Steer exhibition this Saturday and came home with a Hornby the Caledonian train pack. Excellent. 3B Rail says, sounds okay for me. J. Paul Anderson says, sounds fine. Trevor Dickinson says, think you sorted it, got you in both speakers. So we're back working. Right, yes, Chip Rockwell says the sound on my phone, became much fuller. So, brilliant, okay. Headshunt says, oh, what cake is Gandalf having? All of it cake. No, I think he's got a Victoria cream sponge all to himself, because the cupboard monkey went out to the shop. So, beverage of choice is rather different tonight. Ribena. Blackcurrant flavour. So we're going to be having some of this. Lee D. Holden says, now you've been under the desk, it does sound better. I think we just got a bad connection on one of the jack plugs. I had to go underneath there before for just sorting out the internet connection. One of the Ethernet cables came loose. So that may be when it got knocked. Ian Turvey says, did you find any lost, forgotten locos under the baseboard? It's not, locomotives don't live down there, but an awful lot of coaches do on the underneath fiddle yard. So there's about 300 coaches, something like that, down there, and there are an awful lot of them down there. I don't actually know what's down there. Barnabas Junction says static caravans. I'm sure I saw somebody else mention static caravans. Ian Turvey, Paul O'Donovan says greetings from Ireland to Curacao Class 37. Put back to January 2023. I had not heard. Let me just double check on that. But unfortunately, I've been out of the loop a little bit. I've actually been in bed all day because I've got to work from midnight tonight. Which is a pain in the bottom. So let's just take a look and double check on that. But oh, right. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna double check for you guys. No, I don't want to create a post. Stupid thing. Trouble with Facebook is it likes to hide things from you. So I'm guessing it's been hiding posts from a Curascale. I'm not seeing anything mentioned. Not seeing anything mentioned. I'll be honest. I think the last of the HBA versions of the merry-go-round wagons are now available. Brecknock Valley Model Railway says the Curacao 37 delays are unavoidable, mate. Yeah, there's been a lot of delays as well. A lot of people asked me over the weekend about where the next Monday Club Wagon is up to. And that's been delayed to January 2023. And as we've said so many times, this is all down to things like lockdowns out in China where the factories are. So it's affecting all manufacturers. It's just the nature of the things. There's nothing really we can do about them. Heydrich Vladimir says, "Hello Jenny, can you set up a train with those Acura scale children wagons? I find them incredible in the fact that they behave like the real thing, not having a rigid coupler." Possibly next week, and we're going to be having a virtual model railway exhibition. There's not really much opportunity to do much with the layout in here today. So possibly next week. Hello to 156 Andrew, great to see you. And new Rapido austerities. Now I've got to be careful here because I know a lot more about what. Let's have a look. Right, let me just double check something. So I don't want to make a post, silly thing. Rapido trains. Let me just double check. So the standard Hunslets Rapido have been saying about. We've also had the incident with the coaches falling off the back of a lorry. No, I see nothing about an austerity. Yeah. Oh, what's that? No, that's not anything. No, I don't see any information about an austerity. Yeah, Leslie Gilpin Rose, yeah, exactly that one. The Rapido dynamometer car delivery. It does happen. I suspect that the packaging will have taken all the brunt. Big hello to Les Kirk. It's gone off the top of the screen, actually. I must have missed you. But that reminds me. A big hello also to Henry and Charles Kiddle. That's right, Henry and Charles Kiddle. I just mentioned you. So, hope you are well. Paul Murphy asks, Jenny, will there be a Monday Club Halloween special next week? Yes, there will. Apparently, yes, there will, says...
Yeah, Halloween special. And special will be we're running all the trains that everyone hates.
What, we'll run all the ugly duckling trains. So Halloween special apparently next week. Nobody tells me anything. But we also will have a special guest here in the studio, the railway room. Iron Horse Railways will be paying us a visit. So looking forward to that. Heinrich Vladimir says, it's the first time I ever saw a company showing such a hiccup publicly and assuming full responsibility. Kudos to Rapido Trains. Stuff falling off the back of a lorry isn't a super regular occurrence, but it has been known to happen. So it could well be that that's the first time it's actually happened to a model railway company. But yeah, it's unfortunate. But
what's happened?
Oh, Rapido Trains, the dynamometer cars, the new ones that came through.
Oh my goodness.
They all fell off the back of the lorry.
Yes.
They actually did fall off.
I did like the joke someone had put out that they're now selling kits of their new dynamometer car.
Yeah. Jennifer Horton says the real track Class 142, which is made by Acura scale, samples look good. Leslie Gilpin Railway suggests Craig has to wear Halloween costume.
Here's the fun thing. We already know what the costumes are. He's coming as Jenny and Jenny's coming as him. You won't be able to tell the difference. They're that good. When they put the costumes on, you will not tell the difference.
He did actually suggest to me, he said, oh, are we going to do it in costume? It's like, Jenny does not dress up. No.
For those asking what we thought about tonight's Doctor Who, we haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I have it on pre-order for the DVD, but it's not out till the 7th, so I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I have, however, seen the regeneration scene because it was spoiled for me.
Oh, what? Who was posting that then?
Someone posted it, and thankfully it's taken down, but it was there.
Larry Rogers says, darn, going to miss next week. Vacationing with kids and grandkids in Williamsburg, Virginia. Oh my word,
Is that Colonial Williamsburg?
Yeah. Oh, Iron Horse Railways, French maid's outfit. I don't think so. That was one time, a long time ago. Never to be repeated because my figure is not stick thin anymore, as people can tell. As she reaches for a donut.
Very good donuts.
Chocolatey.
Yeah, the chocolatey jam as well.
Talk to the nice people so I can stuff my face.
Okay, so Hedron says the new Daypole, new Hawthorne looks really nice. I don't know what that is.
It's a little shunting locomotive. And yes, it does look very, very nice.
Warbler Production says, I deliberately did not spoil the end of The Power of the Doctor. I wish everyone was like you, Warbler Productions, because now I know what happens. And I haven't even seen it yet. So, well, at least I've got the rest of it. But I'll tell you what, Sacha Dhawan as the Master is the best Master. Even from it, the first time I saw him play that part, he was, I think it was what, Spyfall a few series ago. He was just amazing. And he's the most villainous Master ever. It's brilliant. And I know he's in it, so I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah.
You're supposed to keep talking until I can talk.
I thought you already had finished.
No.
Sorry about that.
Which bit of me munching on a donut did you not spot? So,
Do you think I pay attention?
no. So, today we're going to be doing a virtual model railway exhibition. That is what you put on the thumbnail, isn't it?
Yeah, virtual railway.
We've had so many videos and pictures sent in over the last probably a few weeks. They've been slowly getting more and more. And we just haven't been getting through them each week. So, the idea has been to put on a virtual model railway exhibition. Now, we're going to get through some of those. And if you want to get yours in and stand a chance of it being shown, the address, as always, is the link to the video. Don't send the video as an attachment, but send a link to the video to zoe@zoerobinson.com and put Monday Club in the title for the email, just to make it a bit easier for the Cupboard Monkey to find. And you could be seeing your video shown on our virtual model railway exhibition.
Yes. So, for those of you who was it? Someone did ask. The Growler Blackwood Engage layout says, "How's the Engage project coming along?" I haven't had a minute. I've
Hasn't done anything.
I've built the two wagons that I bought as kits from Pico.
And you've got the bungalow.
Yes, and I've got a bungalow done, and that's as far as I've got because real life issues have been coming up, so I haven't been able to deal with it. As some of you will know from last week, my mum recently had surgery for cancer and is now waiting on radiotherapy.
But she is all right.
She's all right. It's all right. They're doing radiotherapy just to make sure. So hopefully that's going to come out all right. But we went to see her over the weekend, and then a few days later, my grandfather died. So it has not been a great time for me. That's why all my live shows are off. I haven't done any recording of anything else, and I'm taking a back seat tonight as well. And it's also why I haven't done anything with the Engage stuff. It's the wrong time, but it will happen.
Yeah. Now, Tom McKee says, Jenny, did you see the KR Models GT3 on What's Neat this week, last week, and running this week? Yes, I did, and it's really nice to see. I must admit that the GT3 was one of the models I was going to try and take over there if I had been able to get over to the St. Louis NMRA meet. So it's nice to see that one did get there. And of course, Keith Revel from KR Models was a guest last week on What's Neat this week. So really nice to see. Right, are we nearly ready to start showing the some of the videos that people have been sending in?
We will be in a moment. I just need to have a drink first.
Right here.
So you keep going, babe. You can do it.
If I sound a little bit spaced, it's because
she's been out to the final frontier.
No, I've basically been asleep since about just after 2 o'clock this afternoon, as preparation for going to work at midnight. And so my alarm woke me up halfway through a REM cycle. And I've not really quite fully recovered and woken up from that. Big hello to Wiven Model Railway. Really great to see you. Growler Blackwood Engage Layout 2 as well. Just spotted your name there too. Model Railway Fantasia, Ian Turvey. David Shaw as well. Tim Maslin, Logan Clary. So we've got a really good turnout today. Don't forget to tickle that like button, share the stream, and also subscribe if you've not already done so. Right. Carton 1 says, are we going to see another series of the Great Model Railway Challenge? Unfortunately, there are no immediate plans. Now, just before COVID, the TV company were starting work on the casting process for Series 3. Unfortunately, COVID and the lockdown just put the lid on all of that. So things went into hiatus, and once we came out of lockdown, the TV company had decided it didn't want to proceed, as I understand it. And that has meant that GMRC 3, there are no immediate plans for that to go ahead. Now, there have been versions in other overseas countries that have been made, and that's really great to see.
I would love to see a few of them if we could possibly get an English dub or something.
You get subtitles at the most, I guess.
Yeah, but if you thought about it this way, you could essentially bring back interest by having a new version of it, essentially.
Yeah, I suppose so, actually. If they showed one of the overseas versions, maybe dubbed or more probably with subtitles. Yeah. So certainly there are, I think, at least 2 other series out there abroad. It's just a case of if you can get hold of them and if you can get English subtitles. Ollie's Trains Game, he says, Jenny, I saw some pictures for this week that I took a case to show of Kingsway Central. It also features a very special train. Oh, excellent. Jennifer Horton says there is a German version of a Great Model Railway Challenge. Yeah, there's also a Dutch version. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says Kathy Millett has a new job coming up. It's probably the same job that I've just done, which is being on Hornby, a Model World Series 2. I happen to know that she also did some stuff for that.
Jennifer Horton says the German one is made with miniature Wunderland. Oh, Jen, we need to see it.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Ben Tullett says they show the overseas Australian and American Lego Masters show. Yeah, they also showed the American version of Scrap Heap Challenge that exists out there called Junkyard Wars. They do surface from time to time, although the language barrier may prove a reason that it'd be much harder to find. David, It's My Model Railway, says when I worked shifts, 4 days on, 4 days off, 4 nights on, 4 nights off. Oh my word. It really messed with me. I felt anxious all the time. It's not healthy.
It's not. It really isn't.
It's definitely not healthy. And unfortunately, I do have a habit of burning the candle at both ends.
And then setting fire to the middle as well.
Yes. So I do work 7 days a week, every single week, between my day job and all the filming work, doing shows. It's a very busy schedule, and actually what I need is an agent. It's just really to keep track of things.
Yeah.
Because it is really, really tough.
Sarah Davis says, I once saw Star Trek Deep Space Nine dubbed into German. They'd given the part of Worf to someone with a high-pitched voice. Well, that's just... That's tradition. You take the big guy from any show, and when you double him on any film as well, Hong Kong films are great for this. And then you get the highest pitched childlike voice that you can, and you give it to that person because it's funny. It's like the Wilhelm scream of dubs.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say actually, I've seen a few films whilst out in Germany in German, and Naked Gun is one that always sticks in my mind, because I don't know, it just seemed weird at the time to hear Naked Gun deadpan done in German. But the other one was Monty Python's The Life of Brian. And what I can say about that is actually the German dub is well worth watching, because it's quite clear that the people doing the dub really were going all out. So you have, even at the scene where they're all they're men pretending to be women, pretending to be men, they do all the silly voices and everything, and it's very thoughtfully done. So there's a voice-over artist redubbing each of the characters from Monty Python, and they do the voices for all of the characters that person actually played, and just put on silly voices. And you can tell that the people doing the redubbing had a whale of a time doing it.
I love it when the dub people understand the point of the original. It's great.
So if you ever get an opportunity to watch Life of Brian, or as they call it in Germany, Das Lebens Brians, then it's well worth it. Right, so Valley's 56XX says, I've seen some German films too. That is all.
I saw a Swedish film once.
No, the joke is completely passed you by. Yeah, RTL used to have the Friday night porn film.
Yes, I understand, which is why I stopped it. I've seen a Swedish film once.
Yes.
But actually, the one I saw was a horror film. It was a weird paranormal horror, and I have never been able to find it since. I'm sure it's called The Premonition. But when I got a copy of The Premonition as a film, it's not that. So I have no idea what this film was that I saw, but it was great.
Headshunt says, I am self-employed. I work all the time. Yeah, this is the thing about being self-employed.
Yeah, it's an 8-day week.
Yeah. Sarah Davis says, nothing beats the TV edit of the 1987 RoboCop.
Oh, I know. I once even called him Airhead. The guy who dubs over the swear word. It's so much louder than the rest of the word.
I seem to recall though that they chopped an awful lot of stuff out.
There's bits in the film RoboCop that you will never have seen if you've only seen it on TV. Entire scenes are gone.
Well, when I finally got a DVD of it, I must admit I watched that, and the bit with the toxic waste where he crashes the van.
Yeah, you've never seen that, had you?
I'd only seen the bit where he crashes the van, and then it slides out the back, and it was just like this brief cutaway, and you never see the guy again. And there's a whole scene there, and then he actually turns up again later on, all sort of like melted and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like the TV edit had something like 15 minutes
and
less
I'm
footage.
certain that the version on Netflix is even longer than the version we had on DVD. It's like an extended version, because there's scenes in there that I have not seen before, and I've seen that DVD many times.
Interesting. I may have to watch that. Right.
Okay, so
big hello to Alan Reynolds at Buckland Junction. PVAJ Clough, Alan. Great to see you in as well.
First up we have tonight, Jen. What does this say?
This says, hi Zoe and Jen. Hope you're both well. A video of 34046 Braunton passing Beeston and Signal Box in Cheshire on 30th of September 2022, with the return of the Lake District Rail Tour Carnforth to London Victoria, seen on the Chester to London Victoria leg.
So here we go.
Ben Tullett says there's a dub of Demolition Man where they changed Taco Bell to Pizza Hut. Yeah, I heard that.
That is rumbling. That's thunder.
Sure?
Guys, if we go off air, it's because something's coming.
What makes you think that...
Jen, which button do I press to make this go?
Okay, there we go.
Here we are. So, this is 34046.
Are we still online?
I hope so. And this is from Richard Square. Oh, ducks.
Sure it's not fireworks.
Could be fireworks. But with the... can you not feel the rising humidity? I'm sure we're going to have a thunderstorm.
A little bit.
Here we are. Beep, beep. Oh, that is great.
That is nice. I've seen a charge through Sattel a few times actually. Always nice. And
yeah, I've seen some bugs firing off fireworks. Probably is fireworks around here as well.
Bluegrass Rail Fan says they changed it from Taco Bell to Pizza Hut, but Taco Bell won the restaurant wars fair and square.
Is it Diwali?
I don't know, is it?
Might be fireworks because of Diwali. Although I'm not sure they do fireworks. I know they do fireworks on Eid. And I know it's a different religion. I understand that.
I'm just
pretty
looking,
sure
somebody
they do.
said they were late. I'm just.
Sorry, what? Here he comes.
A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You're welcome.
I'm sure it's getting closer.
Okay, Jen, you are reacting to sounds I can't hear.
Oh, apparently Holly Ruston says it is Diwali.
So it might be fireworks.
And Dominic Zed, our Kickline correspondent, says Jenny Jada Toys announced a brand new Kickline collection for 2023. Woohoo!
Ruben Asheville says Diwali does do fireworks. It could be that then.
Peter Miller at Delft Junction, a big hello to you. Gordon McIlroy says just back from Swanage and a trip on the Flying Scotsman. And Model Railway Noob says yes, lots of fireworks here too, Zoe. Same every year. Used to get an extra day's leave in Leicester.
Nice.
Ooh. Right.
This is going to be interesting.
So
this is definitely something we have not seen before.
So this is from Charlie. Says hello from Istanbul. Join me as I go on a search for trains here in Istanbul, a massive city of 15 million people.
We've got to wonder, how do people cope in a city that big?
I don't know, how big is London?
It's like 6 or 7 million.
What about Los Angeles? How big's that? That's huge.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have... This is Charlie McGowan, Partick Hill Station. Which button do I press again?
Hold on. Damien McKenna says Jennifer and Zoe have just popped in for 2 minutes. Will you be in Dublin this weekend? No plans to go to Dublin, I'm afraid. A bit far for us, but if they've just popped in, that would make a suggestion that they're running a little late.
A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
So, Jen, which one do you press to make this go live? Beep, beep. I don't know.
Although, interestingly, Valley's 56XX says Mexico City is over 20 million. So, obviously, because we play these without any sound, so...
We're going to move on to... Whoa.
Oh.
Very nice.
Oh, I like the architecture.
Looks a little bit like... what's that one?
Looks a bit like Stoke-on-Trent Station, but so they've got... there's a fence up at what I assume is the edge of the platform there. I don't know what... Are they having some... They've got the builders in. Orient Express! Of course! Was that the final destination for the Orient Express?
Don't you get on the Orient Express at Turkey?
Well, no, you start at London, go down, catch the boat over. Although I don't know, does it run through the Channel Tunnel now? It always used to have a train of Pullman coaches that would take you from London down to somewhere like Dover. You'd hop on the ferry, and then at somewhere like Calais, the Orient Express would be waiting to meet the ferry.
This is amazing to see. He's in Turkey and everything's in English.
Oh, nice.
This must be what the Romans experienced. You know? Just wandering around the known world and everything's in Latin.
I don't know. Really interested there. Potted history of the railways.
Yeah.
Oh, a railway museum. Interesting.
Olu. I don't know what. Is that railway?
Yeah, it's not in English. This is Turkish. They just use the same alphabet as us, I guess. Simon Trenton Mother Railway Showcase asks, is this a disused station? I'm not sure. I suspect they were just having a little bit of work done on that platform, perhaps. But, yeah, this is really interesting.
This is completely foreign to me. I've never been to Turkey. I know some people who have, and they love it.
Ooh.
But I've never been... That's an interesting looking thing, isn't it?
Well, it's a Turkish locomotive, but it looks to be sort of plinth just outside the station.
It's got a triangle on the front.
Triangle? No, they're like gussets to strength to the boiler and smoke box. Well, that's very interesting. That's not a Gooch valve gear or something, is it? That doesn't look like Stevenson linkage. That's very complicated valve gear.
Yeah. It's not Constantinople. Oh, don't get that song stuck in my head. Oh my god, no. It's not fair. Why does everyone else have brighter coloured locomotives and carriages than we do?
You've not travelled on a train recently. They now do these all over adverts. It's interesting to see. It's like, you know, it's just like we get over here. It's you know, home from home.
Well, yeah. That's the issue that I have with the modern world.
Yeah,
everything's the same everywhere. It's like, I want to go and see something different. No one does it.
Yeah, it's like a very
How
sunny...
beautiful is that?
Oh, is that the oh, what's it? It's not the Bosphorus, is it? What's the bit where the water goes through to the you know, the waterway through?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I thought it was the Bosphorus.
Roger Wolstenholme, though, does point out that whilst he has just arrived, he's not late. Isn't that right? Oh, he's stuffing his face with that Victoria sponge again.
This is right. Here's right, Frodo Baggins.
Oh, why didn't you just blast crumbs in my face? Go on.
He's been partaking of the halfling's leaf.
Is that what you call Victoria sponge these days? So there, it's really interesting, actually.
Paul Murphy says, I've never been to Turkey, but I've eaten it a few times at Christmas.
Ba-da-bum.
I believe jokes like that are why they want us to call it Turkey. Or something similar like that.
Turkey.
Like, and everyone's going, no, it's not going to happen, mate.
Yeah, so how can we make these Christmassy jokes? So we're just going to whiz through a
How
little
far up is he? That is man.
So this
You'd never get up that high.
How high is he?
Well, look at the size of him compared to the people.
Oh, he's just
You'd just
it's
be like,
footbridge. It's a footbridge over a bridge. Oh, there's going to be a train. Here comes the train.
Choo choo.
Choo choo.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you very much. Istanbul does stand on the Bosphorus. I thought it was the Bosphorus.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Holly Ruston says modern stock is vinyl wrapping, and Istanbul does stand on the Bosphorus. Yeah.
All the kids love covering things in coloured paper and calling it wrapping.
So it's a really nice video. Thank you so much for sharing
that was
this
so good.
with us.
Yeah.
So you see, it's a footbridge on a footbridge.
Loving the modern architecture as well.
Yeah.
Alongside the traditional architecture. We don't have that enough these days.
Really, really interesting. And there's
Raymond Lex says that Turkish logo's German. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, Mike at Budham Junction Station on the bridge. Yeah, Ruben Ashwell, I'm with you on that. I don't like heights either. Valleys 56XX says,
that was great. Thank you very much.
everything is a peninsula of the biggest bit, unless it is an island.
That was brilliant. Thank you so much for sending that in, Charlie.
Absolutely. So, right, what have we got up next? So this is from Ryan Radband, and
Hang
it
on.
says, what?
This is not a video. This is an email to you.
Oh, right. This is from Ryan Radband. Says, hope you and Jen are good. Just a quick email to say, I forgot to tell Jenny I was having a clear out and thought that she might like the Pullmans. So this is where the Pullmans came from. And big thank you, Ryan, for your amazing generosity.
Yeah.
Because they weren't in the best condition. Actually, they were in pretty good condition. And I know she already has a set. Actually, there was only 2 duplicates out of the 6. So you did give me 4 that I didn't already have. So if she wants to flog them, no, I've already put them in a display cabinet, so they're on the wall being seen with all my others.
She's loving it.
But look, thank you so much, Ryan Radband, for your amazing generosity. Those Pullmans really did blow me away. We gave them at the Great Electric Train Show. We did mention them last week because I didn't catch your name, and I felt so guilty for not being able to thank you. So thank you so much, Ryan, for your amazing generosity. Let's move on to the next video. So this is from Lee Holden. It says footage of the last 2 plastic body 9Fs from Hornby.
This should be interesting.
So, of course, Hornby's recently introduced an all-new tooled model. It's getting good reviews. Haven't reviewed it on this channel, but certainly it's one which is really getting very favourable reviews. So these are the last of the previous tooling versions. Locomotive driven and actually not too bad. There's a lot of these locomotives that get retooled where, in all honesty, I think the previous versions are perfectly acceptable.
Yeah. That's a good way of actually keeping the costs down when you're wanting to model railway on a budget. Get the last version of something when it's updated.
Yeah, there is that.
Because they'll still be great.
I mean, for example, Hornby's A4 Pacific, the one that's previous to the current one, I didn't think it was too bad. And I still buy them when I find them second hand because I still think they're a very good model. But Hornby did retool the A4, so you know, they felt that there was a need to do that. The Princess Coronation class, aka the Duchess, I thought that the previous version wasn't too bad, but they retooled that, and they've done the same for the 9F. And as you can see there, that is actually a pretty nice model.
Speaking of nice models, my little N gauges were sat on Minith Tatis before you went to the model railway event.
Oh,
where are they?
The coach, it's in the cabinet downstairs.
No, the N gauge models, the little locos.
They're in the cabinet.
Cool. As long as I know.
Staring you in the face.
As long as I know. Yeah,
Hedgeon says, to keep my costs down, I buy older locomotives and stock is all kit. Now, and one of the things that...
I like the kits. Like, Pico's kits are great.
Well, when we've been touching on some of my pickups from the shows, buying second-hand from shows can be really, really good. Those of you who watched my Friday video, not last week, but the week before, will know that I managed to get hold of some really great buys at the Great Electric Train Show. You know, we're talking about £80 for a mint-in box Bachmann Gronk. And at the show, the LYDCC show, where I saw a lot of you guys, really great to see you. I bought a few bits and pieces. I got the Model Zone commission of the Royal Mail TPO, and I only paid £25 for that. The Shunters Match Wagon, the Pennine Models Commission Shunters Match Wagon, I only paid £10 for that. And again, it's never been out of the box.
You did good.
So yeah, so there are some really great bargains. Also, one of the other things I should mention that I found out is that Sawyer's Models in Lee will give anybody who says that they watch the Monday Club an additional 5% discount on anything that they buy. So there's
cool,
one for
you.
Sawyer's Models in Lee. Do remember to say that Jenny sent you from the Monday Club whenever you buy anything there, and they will give you an additional 5% off the sticker price.
That's really generous. Thank you.
Yeah. So see, there are perks of being a member of a club where there's no membership fee.
Yeah.
Tim Maslin says, I'm hoping I might find some bargains at Worley. There will be. And actually, Rails of Sheffield stand. I know I keep banging on about Rails of Sheffield, but I get so much from that. And again, tell them that I sent you. They might charge you more, they might charge you less.
They might just go, who's that?
Yeah. Hey, do you want that? I can't eat it.
Yeah, maybe later.
Yeah.
Jen?
Yeah?
What do you think of this layout? Because I'm
you got a lot of
very,
space
very nice.
here. A lot of space. And I see that the London and North Western Railway coaches and Great Northern Railway, or there might be LNER ones there, the little shorties, really nice. You've got plenty of space. There's a lot of scope here on this layout. David Scott says, good evening. Good evening to you. How's the voice, Gandalf? Yes, I'm late.
A Monday clubber is never late, David Scott. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf. So thank you so much for sharing this with us, and it just goes to show that the previous version of the Hornby 9F is a really good, credible model. That looks to be an N-gauge layout there, propped up against the wall. So engage. So
Engage.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. We're gonna move on. We've got quite a few to get through. But
I put the link into the chat because this is clearly a work in progress. So get in at the ground floor and see how it develops.
Yeah, definitely. Bluegrass Rail Fancers picked up a Graham Farish Class 50 this morning. Excellent. Ian Turvey says, I bought a second-hand Hornby Railroad 9F Evening Star. It's excellent. I've got a Triangle Hornby Railways Evening Star. Interesting to see how the model has evolved.
Evening Star's a good point. There's a ZX Spectrum game. There's Southern Belle and Evening Star. They're train simulators. And I'm planning to do a video on them both.
Oh, right.
Which
okay.
I would like you to be in.
Okay, so we'll do a crossover.
So, next up we've got a video from Ginty Steam, I believe.
Excellent. So, Ginty Steam, we've got your Elizabethan Model Railway exhibition from October this year.
Stop throwing things at me!
What did that hit?
Me. And then my Greek owl.
Oh, is it all right?
It's fine. It's made of bronze.
So,
here we go. So, hang on. Yes.
So, Ginty Steam here with a video. With a video for you to show a video on your stream from this weekend.
Cool. Right, this is the Elizabethan Model Railway exhibition.
Okay, so let her rip.
Here we go. Beep beep.
Oh, this is a nice layout.
Yeah, this is
pretty big as well. And light loco Deltic. That looks like it's got something stuck to its side, like a little number.
Maybe it's a sign that says, "If you notice this notice, you will notice this notice is not worth noticing."
So this is Ambleside.
I think I've seen this layout.
Have you? What? One of the big shows?
Yes.
All right. That's nice. Is that a Patriot locomotive there? Oh, look at the garden. They're just visible in the foreground. There's like a little allotment. I like that. That's a very tall signal box.
I love some of these angles you're getting. Getting proper up and close. You don't get the chance.
Up close and personal. I do love a bridge.
At the model railway shows where you go, you don't always get a chance to get really low and close to things.
Yeah. So this is looking really good. So a bit of a flicker. Oh, it must be the effect.
It'll be a YouTube glitch, no doubt.
Yeah, we get them from time to time as well.
Oh,
so
I
this
know.
looks fully automated by the looks of it. So all the signalling is interlocked. Surely that signal though, you would have thought would change to red just after the locomotive passes.
You have signals that are automated. Do you turn them on?
Occasionally.
You forget, don't you?
This is nice. Look at the sequence with them going through that junction there, and you
it's
just
very clever.
The points change, so I think something's coming back into. There we go.
Yeah. Ooh, racing, racer, beep beep.
This is a busy station.
Yeah. I'd hate to live next to it, like vroom 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 vroom.
No, I don't think it'd be too bad. So which one's going to move next?
Sarah Davis says, I think the notice will say, if you can read this, I've lost my coaches.
Oh!
You thought it was going to crash.
I did actually, yeah. So I've just spotted one of the other points has moved over. There we go. So that one at the back is now moving.
This is a really nice setup.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. This is really interesting. It's a very intense service.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that this layout is. I'm guessing it's automated, and I'm guessing as well that the full scenic area is that bit that you see there, and the whole idea of this is showing just what an intensive service you can run on a model railway that doesn't necessarily have to be all that big. I'm liking this.
Very cool.
It's actually quite mesmerising to watch. Ruben Ashwell says, nice to see units from my neck of the woods. And Valley's 56XX says, I like a retaining wall. Where are you off to?
Sorry?
Where are you going?
I'm going to check on my owl.
Okay, you check on your owl. This is actually quite mesmerising watching this. Ruben Ashwell says, good old East Midland Trains livery. Holly Ruston says, signal aspect changes are dependent on the track circuit sections. Aha. Tim Maslin says, nice modelling and automation. Ollie's Trains Gaming says, it's a pity that they don't do the Class 158 in N gauge yet. And Ironhorse Railway says, I wonder if it would be possible to not only automate it, but also randomise it as well, even if just to a switched order. You'd need some kind of computer control, I guess, to keep track. And I suppose it would be a case of you would have you would need to have more routes than you've got locomotives, and possibly more platforms than you've got locomotives. And then it would be a case of it would randomly select a platform from those that are vacant to switch a train back to, and a train would be randomly allocated a route that was not already taken by another train when it leaves. But I think it could be done. But I mean, that's something for somebody who's really, really good with fairly basic computer programming would be the way to do it. Maybe operated by a Raspberry Pi, and it would just need to be a very simple program with just simple logic. It would need track circuit occupancy detection as well, so it knows whether a route is occupied by a train or not, in order to decide whether it can assign that route to another train. So yes, I think it can be done. Sarah Davis says, I had Daypol Class 158s in Central Train delivery, but it wasn't DCC, had to hardwire them. I know some of the earlier Bachmann models were a hardwire only thing. So this is a nice big layout. Again, we've got some really great expanses of line there. Bit of a wobble on that van as it went over the point. So really nice here. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says, I've seen EP samples at shows. This is referring to a model, the Class 158. Holly Ruston says, I'm a former S&T technician from the 1980s, and I'm happy to advise fellow modelers on what it's all about. Excellent. And that's what the club is all about. It's about helping other modelers as well. Are you alright? That's a bit dusty, that.
That's why I brought the polish. I'm going to polish my owl.
You're going to polish your owl? Is that a euphemism for something?
Yes.
Tim's Model Railway in different videos asks, is the owl real? Well, he's putting up a good sturdy fight on you there. I don't think he wants to be polished.
Is it real? Well, it's physically present.
It's physically here, yes.
Is this the same video?
It is, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Adam's Radial. I do love that bridge. That fish belly girder bridge. Really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice. So, I'm actually really enjoying some of these layouts.
Yeah.
That light loco Adams Radial is having a good run about. There are other trains too.
Other trains are available.
Yeah, this is actually quite an impressive layout. It's quite large. Ah, would you mind? You spray me with...
I don't mind at all.
Yes. Andy Hudson says, hello, matey. How are you doing? Absolutely fine, thank you. And
engage.
Got James Petts as well. He says, I approve of polished owls. Absolutely. Iron Horse Rower says, Zoe will return covered in scratches and wing burns. So it's really nice to see videos from exhibitions like
Ginty
this.
Steam, it's not too long, don't worry.
And it just shows it's really, really nice to go to an exhibition and, oh, Norman Colliery. To go to an exhibition and just sit and watch the trains. Now, we're having a virtual model rail exhibition this weekend, But don't forget that we've got Worley coming up the last weekend in November. And thank you so much, by the way, for sharing that video with us. But last full weekend in November, it is the Worley show. And that promises to be a really, really good show. And as we were saying before, shows are a great place to try and hoover up some bargains. So certainly I'm going to be there, and I am going to be looking for some good bargains. I know that the bargains, the returns rather, on the Backman stand always seem to be quite popular. But actually, don't overlook some of the other traders. I think if you venture further into the hall, then all right. So the owl has been cleaned, but a little bit slippery actually with all that polish. Absolutely. So yeah, looking forward to Worley. Josh's Railway Adventure says, "I will be at Worley as I know what I will be buying." And that's very very organised.
He's going to get in there straight away and with a determined march, go straight to it.
Skipsy Train says, "Up the Owls." Isn't that one of the Sheffield football teams? Their nickname, the Owls.
I don't know.
The one that's at near Ooty Bridge. Somewhere.
The Owls at Hooty Bridge.
Yeah, whatever. David Scott says, "My Worley ticket arrived in the post today." Yeah, of course. And one of the options, if you buy your ticket nicely in advance, is that you can get early entry. I believe they're still doing that. So it's a great opportunity to get in, I think it's about an hour earlier than the riffraff. Right. B2000 RO Toys Channel says, "As the weather is on and off here, I've decided to set up a G-scale layout in my spare living room. I won't be able to run Gordon on it."
Spare living room?
Yes,
My goodness.
Just the living room that's lying about, not doing anything.
The butler wasn't using it. We jest. It must be nice to have a space enough to do a G-scale in your house, though. Wow.
Ben Tuller asks, it's the Great British Model Railway Show at the British Motor Museum at Gaydon this weekend? Absolutely, yes. I won't be at that one. Ooh. Andy Hudson says, "Make sure you book your car parking as well beforehand to save on the cost." Absolutely, yeah. One of the things about parking at the NEC for any show is that the parking is somewhat different from a lot of other shows. So you do need to book that in advance. It doesn't mean to say that that spaces will run out. They won't run out of spaces, but you need to sort that out online in advance. There is also a railway station at the venue, so arriving by train really couldn't be easier.
Jen, what's the date?
Today?
Yeah, 24th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we still in time for this?
Yeah. I was panicked there because I didn't see this last week.
This is from Jeff Hammond. Says, "Hi Zoe and Jenny." Hello, Jeff. If possible, would you mind promoting our model railway show? It's our first show since having to cancel the last couple of years, and we want to ensure that we get the message out there so we can promote the hobby. Hopefully get to meet some younger folks to join as well. We are taking the club layouts, plus I've been asked to take my layout, Flint Hills, which will be its very first show. So this is the Basildon Model Railway Exhibition, Saturday the 29th of October, running 10 AM to 4 PM at the George Hurd Centre in Basildon, Essex. So
if we could put that on screen.
So we're just going to quickly...
Sorry, this came in last week. It is still time. £6 for adults, £4 for seniors, and £3 for kids. And there's still time. So the George Hurd Centre on the 29th of October.
Absolutely. So thanks for sharing that with us. And Timber Surf says you need to allow 30 minutes just to walk to the NEC from the car park. No, that's not entirely fair. There's they do have a bus service from the car parks, a little shuttle bus, and I actually found it quite easy. Just don't forget where you parked. All the car parks are they've got zones, so just make sure you remember which zone. Don't get really excited about running to the Backman returns table. I can't remember where we parked.
What's up?
What? I was All right,
Okay.
David Scott suggests I'm driving down but parking away from the NEC and getting a train or bus in. That is another option. If you know somewhere that you can park for free, maybe a station or two further up the line, that can be a good way of doing it. I've done that before, going to Middlesbrough, actually parking at Stockton and then catching the train from Stockton into Middlesbrough, rather than trying to park in the centre of Middlesbrough.
Hey, if that works.
It did actually. It worked very, very well. Valley's 56XX says, I feel the need to buy another Class 25. I had to stop myself because there was an opportunity to buy 25245 at this show that I've just been to this last weekend. Talking about bargains, mint in box, Bachmann Class 25 for £80. And it's a number that I don't have. And I thought, come on now, come on, behave yourself. Because you've already got 15, maybe 16 Class 25s. It's like, do you really need another? And the little voice in the back of my head went, yes, 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 I really do need another one. But I managed to behave myself.
So this next video that we've got here is from NYMR, and it's a cab ride on Sir Nigel Gresley.
Oh,
Yes, I think
hey, this is nice.
will
This
be
is
rather fun.
So somebody's got a load of GoPros with magnetic mounts, and it works really well, actually.
It's the absolute best way, if you can, and you get
Yeah.
the chance, GoPros with a magnetic link, and just set them all going. You can make some great, properly cinematic stuff.
Look at this. This is really high production values. I like this. Yeah, Valley 56XX says, yeah, this is rather good.
Yes.
Donegal Dad Rail suggests, I said, well, I'm parking in Belfast and flying in. Oh, yeah, there is an airport next to the NEC too. So it is also accessible for those who can easily get a good cheap flight in. And ironically, it's probably going to cost you less than it cost me to drive there, because if you go in with Ryanair and you've got a cheap flight, you may well find your flight costs less than the petrol costs me. This is actually really quite good.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
Oh,
Oh, that is
my goodness.
Somebody has really gone all in on this. Right on Track says, really excited for Wally, with it being the first one since before COVID. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
So it's been a couple of years since the previous Wally, and we're really looking forward to it.
This
But
is this is amazing.
Somebody has really got a quality video here. See, I'd have put one right on the very front as well.
You wouldn't have seen much, though, would you?
No, pointing forwards. Wow, this has got good production values. Yeah,
Yeah.
Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says this is a great video. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think maybe we at the company, I'm thinking our company needs to invest in a load of GoPros with magnetic mounts.
Yes. Well, we started doing that for the ride-ons we had at the 5 and 7
we've
inch
got one.
gauge.
I think we need a couple more. This video is
The
saying
one we
to
got,
me-
the one we used, is
look at
actually
that.
from Tramfabrique, isn't it?
Yeah, they
sent it
very
to us.
generously sent us one.
I think we need to add a few extras.
Look at
Oh,
this.
it's spectacular. The way he's done this is just amazing.
This is incredible.
How long is this? It's an hour long.
So this is like the full
I
ride?
recommend you see this full thing. It's a proper full
Wow.
ride. I'm going to put the
Who sent this in? This is
NYMR.
This is really,
I'm
really
going to put
good.
the link in again. You guys need to see the full thing, I think. We can't show
Yeah.
the full thing, of course, but I'm going to jump on a little bit and see what else we get.
Andy Hudson.
Oh, but jump to a bit where they're paused.
Okay. Andy Hudson suggests Marston Green is free parking. This is the railway station, but not a massive car park. It's the next station from NEC.
Right.
So there are ways and means of avoiding the NEC parking charges. But yeah, Wally is always a very popular show. And the early access tickets are always worth getting because it does get very, very busy. It's really hard to predict when to go to beat the crowds because, quite frankly, it is so popular. And I suspect it's going to be a very popular show this year, being that it's the first Wally since before lockdown. Definitely really looking forward to it.
I'm amazed that the sides, the scenery come right up to the train because
Oh, well, you thought there'd be a big gap,
I'm
like
just
a
used.
void.
I'm just used to seeing it from the model railway standpoint of your stuff, where you have large amounts of ballast because it's not a ride through the country. It's a marshalling yard.
Grass goes right up to the edge there.
Yeah.
And there. La, la, la.
So I'm used to seeing lots of ballast around the edges.
Yeah, this is good. Don't forget to tickle the like button. Also share this video and subscribe to be the first to see all of the new content as it goes
This
up.
is amazing. Thank you
Andy
so much
Hudson
for sending
says
this in.
Saturday is the busier day. Generally, the same with all shows.
Yeah.
Sunday is quieter. And I have to add to that, I do recommend the early access tickets. If you can get some, just to get in at the front of the crowd. And what I actually suggest as well, one of my little tips is, if you've got an early access ticket, when they open the doors, don't just go to the first stand you see, because everybody else is doing that. Have a think about going right through the hall to the far end, viewing everything that's down there before it gets crowded, and then working your way back towards the entrance. It is a good way of making sure you see the layouts towards the back of the hall before it gets crowded. So yeah, that was an amazing video. I really did enjoy that.
And as Jerry BVR says, wow, that looks almost real. The animation was amazing.
That's your gag.
So next one we've got is from Grumpy Frog Productions. This video
So
for Jenny.
Video for Jenny and CM. That's you, Cupboard Monkey.
Yes.
For the Monday clubbers, no sound but with description. So thank you so much. Oh, they know how we roll.
Yeah.
So hit play.
I think we're gonna like this. Jordis?
Twin Pines Tramway. This is ON30, which is O scale HO track. So, and pretty similar to in the UK, we've got O16.5. Pretty much the same sort of thing.
The Daleks are attacking the TARDIS there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at the size of this place.
Ham Shackleton says,
Wow.
come on folks, 245 watching, but only 97 likes. We need more than 245 watching. Come on, get
Look at the
sharing.
weathering on those
TARDIS.
towers.
Yeah, absolutely. Monday Clubbers do love a TARDIS.
Absolutely.
It's got a good fun layout here.
Yeah.
Got a lot going on.
Loving the textures and detail.
Yeah, I love the bridges as well. There's
Yeah.
a bridge just to the left. Show me the bridge. A lovely gravel road there with the simple crossing.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of these little backwater narrow gauge lines.
Whoa.
What was it? Rue Nuts Railway, ON 16.5, O gauge 9. Whoa. Oh, my word. Represents a 15-inch gauge railway. That would be weird. Oh, there it is. So,
Oh wow.
impressive. The idea is you cannot see the whole railway from one view location.
I love it. I love the sense of height on that mountain as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
they're great.
Yeah, dinky. Dinky little
It's
thing.
got a cute look to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, 15-inch gauge. That's like Ravenglass and Eskdale, isn't it?
This is really cool.
Flymo Chairman 1 says, by our TARDIS shall ye ken us.
Oh my goodness. For some reason I'm just reminded of Second Life because of the way the buildings are set up.
Oh, and it's like, it's in like quite a controlled environment with
Yeah.
the... That is interesting.
This is so nicely done.
Hmm.
I used to love Second Life. It's a
So we
shame
got-
that it disappeared.
Yeah.
I'm loving this. This is good. And the darkness as well gives a kind of atmosphere.
It does actually, yeah. So that's like a little bit of a scrapyard area. You see the cabs.
Very cool. I like them.
It's a very small, nice, self-contained little layout. Is there something running on top as well?
I think that's storage.
Ah.
This is really cool.
Yeah. Tom McKee says, when I go to Worley, I usually visit the traders on Saturday and leave viewing layouts to the quieter Sunday.
That
is a
actually is
good
a
option,
great
yeah?
idea.
So this is Bankman EZDCC.
That would be easy, DCC.
Well, it said EZ.
Yes, Jen, you know what it means. James Pett says, Zoe, I remember Second Life from back in 2006. Yes, I was, back then, I was actually writing for one of its newspapers.
Oh, look at those 3D printed wagons with room
That
trains
is
on.
very cool.
Oh, yes. That's the Cato N-Gauge track. Oh, it might be 09 track.
David, it's my model railway, says, was that Fred Dibner's Land Rover?
Could have been.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I couldn't tell you. I'm really liking this. Is a really nice way of doing things. You've got different things in every... Oh my goodness, I just came off with a wave of heat. I don't feel like I'm very well.
It has got a little bit warmer up here. So we've only got 45 minutes left to go. So
oh my goodness. Second Life is still going to 7. It is, but it's... Last time I was in there were like 5 people that I knew.
Yeah, it's like it's clinging on. There's like the long drawn out death rattle of the terminally
The worst part
flatulent.
is, whoa! From this angle, you see just how small that is.
A big
Oh
size.
my
I like
goodness.
the size on the railway room. Right, shall I set
Yeah.
you up a little bit of a fan here?
Yeah.
Here you are, your biggest fan.
The biggest annoyance is that I expected the metaverse and everything to be a great replacement to Second Life, and there's no one there. And
Yeah.
the reason is there aren't the creativity tools. I can't build something.
Yeah.
I have to leave the metaverse to build and then come back in. And I'm
Right.
sorry, but that's not as atmospheric.
So, I mean, this is a really nice little layout. Oh, that
One
looks
thing
like
I'd
a little
love
shade.
This is very good.
I
One
think
thing
this
I'd love to ask you, James, did you ever visit the Second Life Railway?
What?
There was a group of model railway enthusiasts who had learnt to code specifically to create a working railway that would run through Second Life.
How far did they get?
Reasonably far. I mean,
And why did you never show me this when you were hanging out in there?
because I found it later on.
Is it still there?
I don't know.
Right, anyway, look, thank
That
you
is
very
so
much for
cool.
sharing
I'm
this layout
loving
with us.
this.
We've got quite a lot to get through, so we're going to move on.
But that was amazing. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much for that. And we're going to move on to the next video. H. Walker Steam and Heritage Railvid says, am I a week to... you've gone and basically made that impossible. There we are. Am I a week to say an unfortunate Happy Halloween, Jenny? Happy Halloween, that's next weekend. But yeah, we're going to be having our Halloween special. I have no idea what we're going to be doing for that, but apparently I'm told I'm doing a Halloween special.
James Pett says he thinks he found the railway once, yes. Cool. Iron Horse says Second Life Railway sounds ace. You know what? Well, I have a computer that's probably...
We've got Minecraft Railways. That was pretty
I'm
cool.
doing a specific thing. We have a computer, the outside broadcast system, that is likely to be powerful enough to stream, or at least record, Second Life Railway. I'm going to have a look and see if it's still there. And if it is, I'll make a quick video and we'll run it on the Monday Club sometime.
Okay, yeah. Now,
So,
Iron
was there a
Horse Rail...
Second Life Rail replacement bus? There was! There was a bus service!
Ian Turvey says Oxford Diecast do make an 00 scale 88-inch lightweight Land Rover with Fred Dibner's steeplejack decals. Yes, I've seen that. I've seen that about. And Dominic Z, our Kickline correspondent, says Jenny, Jada's German slogan is Mit Vollgas durch die Welt von Jada Toys.
Sarah Day says, I found a Stargate in Second Life. Yes, it was a great way of getting around to certain places that had Stargates. And the TARDIS network was great too. I actually built my own working TARDIS. You could walk into it, it would take you to the control room. You could then dematerialize it and it would disappear from where you'd walked in and reappear wherever you wanted to go.
Alright.
So next up we have a question from Charles Gibbs.
So this is Charles Gibbs says, a question for Jenny. Do people, model figures, distract or enhance our model railways? What are the best choice of model people, etc.? 3 photos here with people. Do they enhance the image or detract from these views on the Wesley Tor Railway? Now, I quite like having figures, and there are a surprising number on Weir Yard.
Is that Fred Dibner?
You're obsessed. No, it's some bloke with a flat cap.
Just the position of how he stood and his cap makes me think of the statue down in town.
I think it enhances it. I mean, looking around, Weir Yard, would you believe it has nearly 100 figures on?
I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, well, a good chunk of them are over in the military establishment.
Of course, yes.
So I've probably got about 30 just in one small area on the military establishment. But yeah, I think they do enhance. And there's another guy there striking a pose with the milk churn. I've actually got that exact same
Churning
figure.
a bit of butter.
I've got that exact same figure. There, look, see him?
Yes.
You see him? Yeah.
He's moving some stuff. Well,
I
World
think
Scenics are doing Halloween sets.
Oh, yes, I have seen that. I have seen that. It's a lovely terrier there as well, 32636. I can't remember which identity that would have been. But,
okay, I'm sorry, but if there's any debate about people, that photo has just solved it.
it works.
That looks real.
It looks good.
The people and the layout and the way it's taken, with the filter around the outside, that made me think it was genuine, and I think that solves it. People, yes, on model railways.
Yeah, I have to say, so for that, we're going to have... We do seem to have the Tyrannosaurus Rex of approval. Yeah, there we go. The
Jerry BVR says, for a Halloween scary special, Jenny reads the Hornby price list.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Yes. So I think we've solved the thing.
So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Some
Yeah.
lovely photos. And yeah, I mean, like I say, at some point, maybe I should do a video of all the people on Weir Yard and take you...
the people.
No, but actually show you where all the people are, because there's some on the hillside. I've got rock climbers, I've got the military
Especially
people.
the special people.
What do you mean? Oh, no, I don't have any of the sexy scenes, but I do have Santa's sexy helper. And there's zombies as well. Actually, there are zombies here on Weir Yard.
Yeah.
And Larry Rogers, absolutely. I think the figures enhance any layout. Leslie Gilpin Railway says even scarier than the 1972 Hornby prices, which actually at the time would have been quite expensive. And it's one of the things that it's very easy to forget that, you know, a £15 item in 1980 is not the same as a £15 item now.
No.
In terms of inflation, that would be very, very expensive.
Yes.
And I think people sometimes look at previous price lists with a little bit of rose-tinted glasses.
Because they forget.
Yeah, what was the buying power of £15 back then? You know, I remember when tins of beans were 3 pence. I don't know, what are they now? But, you know, it's... I remember at university when not just... you know, some horrible flat about to go out of date beer was pound a pint. But I remember pound a pint being the normal. That's what they all were, like a pound or under for a pint of beer. You know, I remember when petrol was. I remember filling my car with petrol.
You could just stop right there for most people.
Yeah,
I remember the days when I could fill my car.
70.9 pence a litre. So, you know, it's...
Yeah, most people fill the fuel tank, though. When I tried to get in and open the door and all I could...
It all fell out, yeah. Okay, well, like... Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
I'd say bless you, but, you know...
But what, you think I'll crumble into dust?
Yes. I saw what happened last time you were in a church. We had to scoop you up off the carpet.
We got, is that Rizu Viva Train says, hello from Paris. A big hello to you. Great to have you join us. And,
bonsoir,
hope
so.
Yeah.
So, next up we have Philip Page with East Lancs Railway Steam Gala.
I do love
I think this will come on very nice.
Very south. I've actually been in that signal box. So that's right at the fork, where the line to Haywood curves off to the left, and then the line to Buckley Wells heads straight on.
That's an interesting one there from Jerry. I remember struggling to fit £5 worth of petrol in a tank. My goodness.
I don't quite remember that, but I remember a full tank of petrol on my Volvo 740 being less than £30. So, it's one of those things. Prices do go up, but the buying power of what you earn goes up. City of Wales, that's the one that I rode in the footplate.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the one that I've ridden in the cab of that on the line.
So you've been there, have you?
And that's a standard class 4. I have a feeling that's the one that when I was a kid was being restored in what is platform 1.
Wow.
That and a Stanya 8F, I can remember just like a chassis.
This is really nice.
Yeah.
Look at the amount of steam coming off that. Oof.
Yeah, that's coming out the drain cocks. You see down there,
Yeah.
blasting out those pipes. That's the drain cocks. Now, if anybody's wondering, the purpose of the drain cocks is sometimes you get a little bit of condensation. You don't want it to hydro lock.
Yes.
So what you do is you open up the drain cocks, and before the cylinder gets to the end, it allows the steam and with it the moisture to blast out.
Is
and
that
be
what
got rid
happened
of.
to your 5-inch gauge?
No. That's the Webb coal tank. Bachmann have made a model of that locomotive. So is this the Lancashire and Yorkshire weekend? Yeah, because there you are. Is that the class 20? The
Look
27?
how shiny that is.
Shiny.
It's practically a mirror finish, and people complain about shininess on model railways. But
You see,
the real things are shiny too.
I mean, they are well turned out. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says it was Jenny. The guys who did it were at the Burnley show, not far from you at the weekend.
Right.
And apparently City of Wales is recently out of boiler ticket. Oh, that's a share.
Oh, that's it. Well,
Tim's
they'll get
Model
another
Railways
one.
and different videos says Jenny should wear cat costume and Zoe should wear a monkey costume.
There's not a chance.
No.
For the specific reason that I am far too fat.
And
I don't think I'd fit in a monkey costume. An orangutan, perhaps.
H. Walker Steam and Heritage Railbit says, I do like a good standard class 4 MT. I do like the standard class 4 tanks. I must admit, I've got 3 of them in model form. Headshunt says, L&Y locomotives, very pretty locos.
They
Yeah.
are.
I like the pugs.
There's a lot of
puggy
style
views.
to these.
Yeah. I think I've opened a can of worms here. Says David Eats My Model Railway. Says, I remember you could get 3 gallons, cost £1. That's 7p a litre. Hey. And James Pets, yeah, the locomotive is far from home, and he does approve of Cat.
Yes.
The little fluffs.
The little cats are cool.
Yeah.
I miss
Martin
our cat.
Searsma says only passenger coaches are shiny. Well, the locomotives are pretty shiny too.
Those passenger coaches aren't shiny.
No, they need a bit of teacup.
That one is, though.
Yeah. Ooh, shiny.
That's a buffet one, though.
It's been buffed.
Yes. Nicely done.
I know. I do like Bury Bolton Street. Really, really interesting.
It's a nice
station.
place.
Yeah.
He looks happy.
He's got a shunter's pole on him, so I think they're going to be doing some shunting here, are they? Oh yeah, there's something coming in down.
Okay, we'll see this bit, then we'll move on because unfortunately it's 12 minutes.
But he's shunting. I'm interested on these. He's shunting these into the where the museum is. So I'm guessing is that the pug? It's a pug and looks like a China clay wagon, but you can't really tell. It's so well covered up. Oh no, is that a Sentinel? Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Got his feet up. That is the way to travel.
Is that a diesel or a steam locomotive?
I don't know, but it's interesting.
I think it's a diesel, Could be right. There, so it's shunting into... there we go. Wait a minute. That is actually a really, really tight corner, it has to be said. So I'm really, really impressed to actually finally see a locomotive shunt round that. And that's shunting it into the yard just outside the museum. Now, Union of South Africa is in that museum, but I don't think she came round that track. She would have had to have been moved in on a low loader. But this is a great location to go and visit if you are in Bury. Headshunt says it is actually a steam engine.
Right.
So here's the Webb coal tank again. Oh, it's such a good angle. But Bury Bolton Street Station is really, really good. I always love going here. And Warbler
It's a
Productions.
Sentinel steam.
It was a toss-up. I didn't see much in the way of smoke and steam, so I was curious.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Apparently it's a fireless loco and the vertical boilers in a cab.
Oh, so it's a fireless loco. That's why there was no smoke.
That's why it looked a bit odd.
So
Yeah.
where do they charge it from? I presume one of the steam locomotives.
Maybe, yeah. That is very cool to see it, though. Right, we're going to have to skip on, though, because this is a long one. It's 12 minutes, so I have put the link in the chat. Well worth having a look at, because that is fascinating.
It's a brilliant railway. If you are able to, do go and visit.
I'm glad that we saw that.
Nick at Blechton High Level says Blackjacks 4 for a penny. That's 1D. Wardle Road, big hello to you. Don't do that though, because it makes it impossible to read. Says evening, Jenny and Zoe, and all in chat. Hope you are all well. A big hello to you, Wardle Road. Great to see you. Hope we find you well. And we've got Ed Flame 4291. Big hello. Oh yes, and Ed Flame 4291 does remind Gandalf that Wardle Road is late.
A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf. And Flymer Chairman says, yeah, they'll charge up from a live steam source, so presumably one of the other locomotives. Very unusual to see fireless locomotives working these days, because obviously, because of the difficulty in finding a source of the... it's not actually steam they charge it with, it's superheated water. And they actually, probably about 3/4 fill its pressure vessel with that. And then that evaporates off into the dry steam, which it then uses to move, and you get quite a long charge with that.
So, this is from SHGP Media.
So they say, hello Zoe. Oh, it's for you.
Hello.
It says, I'd like to share with the club this video, which I filmed at the St. Neots Model Railway Club exhibition held on the 15th of October.
Is it Neots or is it Neats?
I don't know. This layout belongs to one of the club members and is called Wapload. It's based loosely around the station of the same name located in Lincolnshire. It's an O-gauge shunting layout with fully working crane in the goods yard. Oh, interesting.
This is going to be fun.
And of course, don't forget that we've got the Great British Model Rail Show at Gaydon coming this weekend. That's just off, I think it's junction 12 of the M40. Oh, is that a J68? Oh, lovely. And then we've got the last weekend in November is the big one to stick a pin in on your calendar. Worley is on last weekend in November. Yes, it is running this year.
Look at that
after
texture.
A couple of years away, and it promises to be something really, really great. Don't forget to get your tickets booked. Get yourself some early access there. And don't forget to book your parking if you're parking at the NEC. If not, there are other options available. Some people have suggested parking a couple of stations up the line for free and just catching a train in.
The texturing and detail on this is amazing.
So Wardle Road has episode 3 of the Box Fan series is out on YouTube. Flymo Channel 1 has put a link up.
I'm really loving this.
Yeah. This is a nice little layout, and that working crane as well. There we go. Beep, beep.
Yeah.
Ooh. See, it's got a magnet on the end of that.
Got something on the end of there.
Really interesting.
Is it going to link up?
Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's got a hook on the end. I think he's trying to hook something. They got it. Oh, it's like, I bet. Oh, little jump cut. It was like, you know those things where you're trying to get the cuddly toy and it's got the claw, and the claw is always rubbish at gritting.
It's actually going to drop it onto the car. No, it's not. Onto the pile.
Or is it just, oh no, it's gone haywire. It's swinging round. It's going to take somebody's head off. Oh, look at the little crank handle goes round.
That is so cool.
That is. Oh, hey, it did. It dropped it. Oh, this is impressive. Yeah, Ben Tellett says this is a great layout. SHGP Media says, oh, I'm in. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for sharing this. Is that a J68?
It can pick up the big stuff as well. Oh,
yeah.
That is so cool.
Is it putting that on the lorry? I think it is. Really
Yeah.
nice.
This is so nice.
Yeah, Iron Horse Railway says it's a very intense version of Hook a Duck.
But also,
Yeah.
look at all this over here, Jen. The way that the tiles on the roof are just, and the texture on the building.
Yeah.
I'm loving
Does
this.
anybody know? Is that a J68? It's bugging me. I vaguely recognise the shape of the locomotive. Does anybody know what locomotive class that is? Oh my word, thank you very much. Simon Train's
my
Model Railway
goodness.
Showcase very, very generously donated £2 on
Thank
the
you.
super chat and says, The Claw.
Toy
Great
Story,
live
love
stream.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Timbersurf says it's not string, it's actually real chains.
Wow.
And Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says animations are great to have on a layer. Yeah,
Yes.
I can imagine. Now that is a J70, but I can imagine that that would have a lot of operating potential.
This is GP. I kept the videos I sent across short for Zoe Sanity. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, no
I can always
worries.
skip through longer ones, and of course we share the links, so don't worry about it.
Absolutely. No, this is good fun.
I just love the texturing. Look at the way the wood is on there. This is just so well done.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you've missed it out because it's behind this, but you can actually see the individual planks, and they're
Yeah.
not quite the same, not quite as
But
level.
look at the vegetation there, just behind
Yeah.
the buffer stop. I do
It's
like
so
this.
well done. This is an amazing layout.
And yeah, we were talking about figures earlier on, and there they are, loads of figures.
Yeah.
And they really do add to this layer.
Yes.
See the guy up on the... Looks like he's trying to hook the guy on the ladder. When I'm cleaning windows.
Just leaning in a bit. So I've got
Yeah.
the back of your trousers.
Yeah.
Let me down. Let me down.
I present to you the atomic wedgie.
Just gonna.
And
Pop my knee back
SHGP
into
Media
place.
says I've deliberately edited short clips from the longest show video purely for the Monday Club.
Thank you so much.
So it's a lovely little layout. I
This
mean,
is
this is
great.
quite a small layout, but it shows you can have a lot of fun in O gauge
Yeah.
without necessarily needing a massive amount of space. So really enjoying this. So
That
thank
is
you
so
so
cool.
much for
Thank you
sharing
very
that with
much.
us. Can I just say, nobody's actually spotted the second TARDIS yet. Warbler Productions.
Do you
So
want to put everyone out their misery?
we have deliberately we have deliberately put the TARDIS in a new position, so do look out for it. So you already spotted the one on the flat wagon. Iron Horse Railway says, okay, seriously, how ace is that crane? That crane really is good. And Ginty's team says, hook it round his belt.
Yeah.
Right. So really, really enjoyed that.
So what?
Gus Hadley, the lunatic from Ammo. Big hello to you. Oh, I can hear the sound of Gandalf spitting crumbs of Victoria sponge cake as he waddles up the ladder to say,
A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
"Thanks, Gandalf." And 57305 Northern Princess says, "TARDIS behind the 08. Oh yes.
The TARDIS is gronking
Yeah,
it
within
up.
Model Road, TARDIS between the Gronks. Simon Train's Model Road Showcase, hiding behind the Gronk. People now find it's Richard Swiderski, TARDIS behind the Shunters, or as you put, the Shooters. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says, Warbler did see a TARDIS very early on in the stream. I take it back then. Yes, I must have missed his comment. So,
So, what we've got now is Edward Elric, who says, my narrow gauge layout is coming along.
right.
And here is the narrow gauge layout.
Oh yes, you shared photos of this on the Monday Club Facebook group, and of course that
Very
is a
interesting way
great
of
place
doing the,
to that's sort of carved out of foam by the look of it. But a
my
great
goodness.
place to share your builds as they come together on the Monday Club Facebook group. But
Look at the way
been watching
they,
this getting up and running, and it really is nice.
It just blends in.
Yeah.
So that's the shoreline, basically.
Yeah. I do like your dry stone walls as well. Have you made them yourself? They're pretty good.
What I'm loving in particular is this.
Oh my, whoa. Ian Parker says no more wasps in the train room, but Wasp's Nest is 16-inch radius ball, 2,000 wasps. Oh my word, that must have been a bit of a shock to go in and find that.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh dear. But I do like you see all the blended turfs and stuff on the hill where the 009
Oh,
is.
this is beautiful.
That is really nicely done. Yeah, and Valley's 56XX love the greenery on the roof. Although I have to say that roof is not going to last long with that amount of greenery growing on the slates. That's a surefire way to get rot in your roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, your timbers will start to sag. But no, that is looking really good. That's coming together
that is
well.
Amazing.
Good continuous run there on the 009.
And
gives you
loving
a lot
the
of
blending
options.
together.
Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Ruben Ashwell, you and me both don't like wasps. They very much are the thugs of the insect world.
Thanks for sending that in, Edward. That was great.
Absolutely great to see that. So who we got? Donegal Dad. So Donegal Dad, you're up next. We've got hi.
No, that's about the badges. So
right, sorry, Donegal Dad. False alarm. He's going. What did I send? What did I send?
It's about the badges. Thank you for the input. I will have a look. Next up.
So what have we got? Sorry. So it's Mark Wilson. Mark Wilson says, Stewart's Lane Depot, in the early 60s, the new diesel shed has only been open a few months. It provides a clean environment for the staff to prepare the locos that have the honour tonight of hauling the Night Ferry and Golden Arrow.
So here we are.
So this is Mark Wilson once again sharing photographs of the real thing.
Yes, going back in time and taking pictures when it's all
you and your blooming DeLorean. Yeah, I said it was a mistake to let him have the Mr. Fusion.
Beep, beep.
Yeah. So we've got the Class 71s in there.
Golden Arrow with the British and the French flags on it.
That is nice, actually. Really nice touch. So next slide, please.
Ooh.
So we've got two 71s and a 73 there. Really nice.
Simon Trains there. Wasps are a bell and a sign that says end. I love it. Yeah, these are really nicely done. Mark, you've really got to stop sending in photos of the real thing, though.
Wamgok says, off to phone me mum now. See you next week. Bye. Take care. And of course, you can catch up on any bits that you missed after the stream. H. Walker Steam and Heritage Rail Vids. To the future, Marty! Yes.
Great Scott, they're gonna something about the time continuum.
Why do you keep saying heavy? Is there something wrong with the Earth's gravitational field in the future? Ruben Ashwell says, I wish I had a DeLorean. I so badly want to go back to Brighton during the Connacht South Central days. And then look at the figures. The figures really add to it. And I think you know, there's a theme running through this. I keep talking about the figures because we had that question about whether figures enhance or detract from other railway. And honestly, the figures are always really good for adding to the scene.
Yes.
I mean, look at that. They're sort of captured in that moment.
You've
and
got
there's
a
a
sense
real
of presence.
energy.
Yes. It's a sense that it's alive. Very interesting use of texture around this raised bit of ground as well. Because it makes it feel like, yes, it is
like
crumbling,
concrete.
like it's a genuine used thing. Used future on
well,
used
like
present.
That with the trestle for putting the thing on, and the guy. And again, look, you've got the guy putting the thingy on. That works so well. Stevie Films says, I do like a good figure.
Yes.
Flymo
I would love
says,
a good figure.
Très bon.
Très bon.
Très
My
bon.
biggest issue is that I have a good figure, and then I strapped 3 other figures to it.
Yeah, so if they say you are what you eat, then you chow
Apparently
down on a big fat woman. So, yeah, the black and white really does work so well.
It's so perfect.
Jerry BBR says, with period correct brown workwear, no high vis. Yeah. And
This
there's
is just
a
so
warship
well done.
on the main line. I love the rough grass as well.
Yeah.
Really nicely done. Such a great little layout.
It's amazing.
And there's another wider scene, so you can see we've got two 73s, two 71s, and a 42 over on the mainland. Really, oh, that's a 40, isn't it? Is that a class 40? Yeah, I think it is.
Don't know.
So, yeah, Ben Tellett says, really nice, Mark Wilson.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson Cheadle, he says, superb modelling, Mark Wilson. Headshunt says, do like the class 73. Loved watching the Gatwick Express in the early 80s, early 90s at Mersham near Redhill. So don't forget to tickle that like button and share the stream too.
What type is this?
That's a class 73.
Because I don't recognise the style and
It's
size.
a class 73. I've got one somewhere.
Fair enough.
Not when I really run. I should maybe take it out for a spin. Larry Rogers says the black and white photo was outstanding.
Yeah, it just looks so right.
Yeah, a little cameo scene of the guy there.
Yeah,
It does work.
and it's making it look real. It has a kind of presence, like it's used.
Yeah, absolutely.
So well done.
Oh,
Mark
we've
is
got
a
Gronk. There's a Gronk. Gronk, Gronk, Gronk.
Gronk it
Get
up,
Gronk it up, Gronk it up. Monday Club, definitely not a cult.
But the way he does it, Mark, you're a fantastic photographer. And a set designer as well. What's it? It looks like a bubble car that's been stretched.
No, it's a class 42 warship.
It looks like a bubble car that's been
But
stretched.
look at the little weeds in the track. It's little touches like that. Really do work. And the kind of washed out background there. That looks to be, that's Pink Floyd album cover.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
That is so.
There should
Thank
be
you
a little
so
pink
much for sending
pig.
that in.
Right, Mark Wilson, sorry, if there's one criticism of this, it's where's the
Where's the
Floyd
pig?
pig?
Where's the pig?
Where's the pig? Where's the pig? Yes,
Right.
as we said before, just in case anybody's wondering, definitely not a cult.
So now we have from like super serious photorealism, we have a layout that is fun.
So this is from Tim's Model Railways and different videos. And it says, I am a member of North Wales Model Engineering Society. Last Saturday, they did a charity event which could members locos in which can members loco in any gauge and show them off to the public.
So here
we've got a series of pictures.
We've got some
Let's have a
fun.
look. So
I think we've seen some photos like this before
we may
at a
have done.
previous event.
But certainly there's some. So we've got
What is that?
the press. That's a press flow.
Tunnel bulk. Oh, it's a tunnel. It's a T. Right.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, I get it now. I thought it was
But
like a
it's a press
skull
flow
or something
cement,
inside.
and then we've got the standard class 4 tank locomotive to the right, and that's like a little roundhouse engineering type thing. I think we've seen this photo before. Have we had these before?
We may have seen some
so
pictures
next
before.
slide, please. So we've got. I'm going to say class 8 because it's usually a safe bet, but it could be class 8, class 9, class 10, class 11, or I don't think it's a class 12. I don't see the box wheels. We've got an assortment of other items there as well.
Very nice.
So we've got
Ooh.
really nice. We're getting up to the live Steam stuff here now. Sterling
Interesting.
single behind. I'm sure we've seen these pictures before. That's just like a little classic car.
Yeah.
Ooh,
How big is that thing?
that is a big boy.
That is a big boy.
James Pett says, not a cult, not a cult, not a cult. I think we're going to have a t-shirt which will just be the JK logo and then underneath, not a cult, not a cult, not a cult.
Absolutely not a cult.
Yes, for tax purposes, not a cult. A little live steam rocket there,
Yeah,
and then
very
we've
nice.
got an improved precedent that looks like. I could be wrong. Is that? I think it's an improved precedent. Oh, is that a jumbo?
Which one, the blue or the green?
The black one. I think it's an improved. It looks like an improved precedent. And then we've got an even bigger Great Western pannier
It's a
tank.
chunky monkey.
H. Walker Steam and Heritage Rail Vids. I think the previous one was 3.5-inch gauge Hughes Crab.
The Space Invaders Cement Company. We drop in loads. I love it. Thank you so much for that, Tim.
Absolutely great to see those. So this is Chasing Trains. Comes from Charlie. says, hello, ladies. Today's report is from the very busy port town of Messina in Sicily,
Messina.
where I found a variety of trains and rolling stock.
So we're off to Sicily this time.
Oh,
Charlie
been
is on his
tour.
tours.
Yeah, he's on his tours.
This is fascinating.
Howard Pomfret says, got to go, sorry, see you next week. No worries, look, take care.
Take care,
It's been
thanks for
great
coming along.
having your company, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget as well, we've got on Wednesday, we've got our big review of the all-new Pico 009 Quarryman's Coach and the 2 versions of the Festiniog Railway brake vans. And on Friday...
She's made me do more work.
On Friday,
Whoa.
we've got the videos that we took from the Model Rail exhibition at Worksworth.
Yes.
Is that somebody's phone?
No, it's a squeaky squeak.
Ah, right.
So we're in Messina,
So,
in Sicily.
much more modern station than the last one. Certainly, really interesting. I love the way we're globe-trotting on this channel.
I love it.
And this is the beauty of a virtual model rail exhibition, is you can do far more than just show off layouts and stuff.
Yes.
You can actually show the real thing in any country. So I'd love it if any of our Australian, Indian, Canadian, American, or anywhere around Europe viewers have any videos of the
Martian.
local... Yeah, all Martian.
I would love to see Martian.
Yes, I think so would NASA. But we would love to see the trains in your locality. It's a really great way of sharing where you live with the Monday Club. And show us, even if it's mundane for you, it won't be for us. Always love to see trains from around the world. So we've got a lot of electric locomotives here. And, so this is backing down onto the train, I'm guessing.
Again, shiny. Look how they're reflecting.
So we've got a corridor connector on the back of this electric locomotive.
Yeah.
Is there an actual coach in there, or... I think it's more like the HST. It's kind of got, I guess that's like a luggage compartment.
Don't know.
Yeah, luggage compartment.
Yeah, there's not a proper door in.
Yeah, you can't sit in it, but it does appear to have a corridor connection access. So that's
Iron Horse has a
coupling up.
good point. The platform height always seems so much lower than here in the UK. You actually get to see the train.
Yeah, that's something that I suppose it's slightly more unusual in the UK, that our platform heights are right up at door height. In a lot of countries, they're not. They just have steps on the trains. So really nice to see. Really interesting.
Nice designs there, different liveries. Oh, what's this? This looks a bit different.
Oh, a little shunting loco. Oh, it's like it's an overseas gronk.
It's like a Clayton.
Yeah. Hey! Hey, did you hear that? The cupboard monkeys.
I remember it because it's the one
up...
that looks like it's got 2 giant noses, one at each end.
Oh, now that's interesting. There's a couple of freight cars, and then there's a bunch of coaches with doors open. That's a bit weird. Are these being moved for scrap or something?
Maybe they're just being aired out. Like someone did a really smelly fart. Now they're just going to tour around the country.
So,
what am I talking about?
You talk some right rubbish. So it's an interesting mix of stuff. Yeah. I'm finding it interesting. I'm curious on what if we were watching it with the sound, I'm guessing you would explain what's going on here.
It's very cool though.
But I have a feeling that these are... Yeah, see, the doors are wide open as it moves.
You don't be allowed to do that here. Health and safety would be like, oh no, you've got to be inside.
That's strange. Oh yes, the ever-present scourge of graffiti.
Yeah.
The livery on those, though, does remind me of Intercity Executive.
Everyone else is saying it looks like a Clayton as well.
Yeah. Does that say Intercity? It does! It's got Intercity livery on. Yeah, Richard Swiderski says, Cupboard Monkey been studying.
No, I just remember the Clayton one because it's like a small cab and then 2 giant noses on the ends.
H. Walker Steam and Heritage Rail Vids. And actually, Class 17, the Class 14 is the teddy bear. It wasn't made by Clayton. It's the Class 17. But, so we've got
So
something else.
are you telling me that those were just being moved around, and they were just sleeper trains on the move. And it wasn't because someone had done a particularly eggy fart and they wanted to tour it around the country so everyone could have a
There's
sniff.
a shunter again. That should have been. It's got like it's using those flat wagons, almost like reach trucks or shunters match wagons. A little bit peculiar.
Yeah.
Stevie Film says the line live by the NJ is a mixture of track level and UK style platform heights. They have infill trapdoors to cover the steps for the higher platforms. Aha.
Right, cool.
And Stevie Film says trains to Sicily go on the ferry. Ah! So that shunter with those flat wagons, they might be being used as reach wagons to shunt them on and off ferries.
Right.
Right.
That is cool. It's an 11-minute video, so we can't see it all, but I have put the link in.
Absolutely.
So,
So
look
actually,
to see near the end.
I'm mindful that we're close to the end. How many more do we have to? Ooh.
A fair few.
So
We are not going to get through them all tonight.
wow. So
Sprung buffers.
always sprung buffers on the real thing. It's a joke. I know. Right. So I'm going to move on.
Thank you so much
for sharing those with us.
I love to see all this stuff from overseas.
Absolutely. And Ruben Asheville, absolutely, yeah, they just look like Intercity Swallow executive livery. Really, really nice. So, who have we got? Oh, God, it's a very popular thing, this showing people stuff.
10 more. We're not going to get through them all tonight, I'm sorry.
Right,
so let's jump on to someone that we haven't heard from.
So, pictures moving in the Elizabethan Public Library in Elizabethtown. Is that Pennsylvania? PA?
I think it's Pennsylvania.
Or is that PN? I don't, set up for train display. This is from Timothy Kynard. So, let's have a look at the photo stream.
Here we go. So, these are from a very different style, I suppose. This is from...
Well, so this is out in the US.
Yeah.
And it's...
I can't... Oh, yes, I can. I can zoom in.
Oh, so there's a switcher there.
Right.
Is that an Elco switcher?
I don't know what that white
Well,
bit
you
is
wouldn't
in the
know.
middle.
Why am I asking you?
Yeah, why are you asking me?
I don't know.
Very different to what we see in the UK.
Yeah, okay, well...
I always like the American style because they're such chunky things. That is a huge layout.
So, it is a huge... Whoa, that is a big layout.
Yes.
Oh, my, so this must be the club, a club layout for just running stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a layout just for running stuff and enjoying trains going by.
Which is perfectly valid, and if that's what you want to do, go for it. This thing is
Absolutely.
huge.
Wow. Using 3-rail track.
Yeah. The shock when we saw the size of the place.
Yeah.
Let's zoom in and have a little look at it.
So this is a layout being put together. It says G. This is G scale. This is big stuff.
Yes.
So that's G scale layout there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
J. Paul Anderson says, "Ladies, will you ever finish the videos?"
I don't know.
It's such a popular segment.
Goodness. The sheer size of this thing.
I like the figure of 8 a little bit.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on here, and it must be so many different trains.
That is a hell of a crossing.
There's a lot more like the kind of what we might refer to as like classic trains, the 3-rail O gauge. James Pett says, just think about what a layout that one could get in that space with N gauge. What about T scale? Good God.
This sheer scale, I'm just overwhelmed.
So that is impressive.
Don't know what
Absolutely
that was.
impressive.
Oh,
and that's so it all breaks
and
down.
It all breaks down. That is great.
Yeah. So it looked like a fun old time everybody was having.
Yeah. And then it all packs away.
So thank you so much for sharing those with us.
So easily done.
Yeah.
That is great. Thank you so much.
I think that it's basically they've set up in the public library and people can just come down and
have a look. Yeah. Yeah,
right.
That's pretty good.
So thank you so much for sharing those with us. Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase says, when watching Ken Patterson What's Next This Week, episode 213, saw the loco next to James, I would never remember how to pronounce his name, Regia, and thanks to them, knew it was the Blue Goose from watching their past videos. Excellent. Wow.
So, our final one, because we are going to go a little bit over.
B2000 Arrow Toys Channel says, good night, Jenny and Zoe. I can't wait to join you again soon. Absolutely, we'll be back for our Halloween special next Monday. Don't forget, in the meantime, that we do have a couple more to go.
We've got about 8 left.
So let's have at least one more. Right.
I've closed it down. Do you want me to bring it back?
No. I do have to go to bed actually for work, but we will try and get up to date eventually. We've got through a big chunk there actually. We've done like an hour and a half of showing your videos, and thank you so much everybody who sent them in, and thanks everybody for watching. But it's come round quick. It's time for us to
this
say.
has gone off very quick.
Yeah, it's time for us to say thank you so much for watching. It's been great having your company. And don't forget that we've got a lovely video on the Pico 009 narrow gauge Festiniog Railway Quarryman's Coach, and the 2 different versions of the Festiniog Railway brake van. That full review is coming up on Wednesday. Friday will be our video from the Ecclesbourne Valley Railway model exhibition event, and that full shed tour that we did. Very, very big thanks for Owen for arranging all of that, and that's coming on Friday. And then we'll be back on the following Monday after the weekend that is the Great British Model Railway Exhibition at Gaydon, just off Junction 12 of the M40. I won't be there, but certainly it'll be a great show. And if you see KR Models Mike there, then do say hello. And don't forget that Sawyer's Models, who will also be there, do offer an additional 5% discount if you tell them that you're a member of the Monday Club. So don't forget to get those bargains in. And
Jenny,
of course, yes?
Do we have a sponsor today?
Yes, we do. So today's Monday Club comes in association with Rails of Sheffield Second-Hand Buying, where they will buy from a single item to a full collection. Contact Rails of Sheffield today to get rid of your unwanted items. They promise that they do not cherry pick the best from your collection. They will take anything and everything that you want to get rid of. Best prices paid quickly. You can either get paid cash or you can get store credit to go towards something that you really want. So contact them today. And also don't forget as well that we've got the Monday Club wagon, the KR Models Pal Brink, and the guys of William Loud and Sons. We've got the updated delivery date. We're looking at about January 2023. So not actually all that long now, but you can still order that, the link as well. We've got all our merchandise available to order, and of course you too can become a Patreon by following the Patreon link and help support us to keep making the videos that you want to see. We've got a number of different tiers of support, and and they will suit any I'll start again. They will suit any pocket. So from as little as $1 a month, you can help support the channel. You can also become a Monday Club member and have your name in green with access to the Friday video early and advert free. But until next time, this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and until next time, bye for now.
And for those asking, no, I'm not doing my show tonight because, well, I think we already explained why. I'm just taking time off for personal reasons. So that's it from us for tonight. The train now departing is the 2104 service to Tatis Newydd, stopping at Grove Street Yard, Bolton Trinity Road. That unnamed layout that we showed in one video one time that Jenny had before she started building Bolton Trinity Road.
It did have a name, you know.
Somewhere in Eindhoven, because apparently we got lost. Then on to Minith Tatis, and finally to Tatis Newydd. That is the 2104 service to Tatis Newydd. If you go up to the loft today, you sure have a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Good night. People, for those asking about whether the train service should be stopping at Grove Street Yard anymore since it's been sold, could we please point out that Bolton Trinity Road was demolished years ago? We still stop there. Bing bong.